Welcome to Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart. It's our final stop here at Cherry Laurel Lanes in Amherst, New York. Here's the lineup for today. Our returning champion is Pat Brick. If he wants to make it 2 in a row, he's going to have to get through one of our challengers, Connor LaJoy, Nick Fusco, or Frank Spagna. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Amherst, New York. I'm Paul Peck with Buffalo Bowling Hall of Famer and Cherry Laurel Lanes co-owner Sue Nawojski. Our bowlers, other than Pat, are from your league bowling here. These are your people, and I know you're excited about it.
Yep, this is my guy Miller Lite and Bakken Tea. Sorry, I didn't mean to admit that on television. No, they're my league bowlers, and it was way more fun than I could ever imagine to watch them bowl and then compete in the qualifiers. I just had a big smile on my face the whole time.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun to see some of the people that help support this wonderful bowling center and that Sue is so enamored with and excited about. And then, oh, by the way, one of them is going to get to go against one of the all-time great Buffalo bowlers in Pat Brick. So it's going to be a really fun stay here. We're sorry to be moving on, but we're going to make the last show the best. It is Beat the Champ here at Cherry Laurel Lanes. It's league bowlers. It's great bowlers. Let's get rolling. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. By Latina Boulevard Foods, your favorite family in food distribution. And by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, log on to GoBowlingNewYork.com to find a center near you. Well, it's a little Marauder mania here for our first match. Frank Spagna on the left. This is Nick Fusco, both graduates of St. Joseph's Collegiate Institute, former high school bowling teammates. That's why they're rocking the maroon of St. Joe's. And a couple of guys who certainly know each other and go way back will get us started here at Cherry Laurel Lanes. This is Nick Fusco, 39 years old, from Tonawanda, New York.
All a coincidence, I might add. They bowl in different leagues on different nights and just happen to both make the qualifier.
Yeah, but again, they are former high school teammates. They've known each other since elementary school, so these guys go way back. Not the first time that Nick and Frank have battled against each other. Frank Spagna, 39 years old, from Buffalo. And this is going to be fun. And again, you know these guys as well as anyone. I'm not going to say a word here. I'm just going to let you provide all the information and the scouting. You've already provided us their favorite drink orders. You can provide any and all the rest of the information. Scoring and stats in this match are powered by District 37 Kitchen and Tap House, a unique and delightful culinary journey.
Both nice, really nice little bowlers, nice games. They've always stood out to me. I mean, they're both in leagues that have a variety of bowlers in it. Nick's league is pretty competitive. There's a lot of different types of bowler in Frank's leagues, but I always thought his game kind of stood out. Real down and in, nice and easy game. And they play very similar to what he bowls on.
And they both have what we have talked about over the last 3 weeks is they have some inherent knowledge of this place, these lanes, these wood lane conditions. They don't have to learn it. They know it. They bowl it every week.
Excellent point. And they already have balls drilled up, equipment drilled up for this place because they bowl here every week. So it wasn't a challenge for them to go out and find the right equipment because they use it all the time.
Yeah, and that was a point you made a couple weeks ago, which is the equipment is critical because it's you need a different kind of equipment to be good on wood lanes, but most people don't bowl much on wood lanes, so they don't have that equipment.
Like
these guys certainly will.
Both these guys are playing down and in. They're not opening the lane up at all, and that's because they have equipment that allows them to do that. Little right, little right. Good recovery, easy spare, but he definitely, I think he got a little quick on that.
So again, just for
Not too bad.
clarification purposes, in case you're wondering, this show, the bowlers on this show, Nick and Frank and Connor, qualified separately from all of the other bowlers because it was only open to bowlers who bowl in the league or have bowled in a league here at Cherry Laurel Lanes, different from the qualifiers from the first 3 weeks. And that's what we always do in the 4th week of our stay at any bowling center here on Beat the Champ.
Right. So we had about 112 entries. We ran it for 4 weeks, as all the houses are allowed to run it for 4 weeks. And it cut the field down, so it's about 1 in 5. So we had 25 or 26 qualifiers, and they come back and they bowl, and then it gets cut down to the top 3. And these are our guys. Connor, who we'll see later, qualified through Travel League, but these two here bowl every week in a league.
Yeah, they are the ultimate regulars, right? Good shot from
that.
Nick Fusco for his 2nd strike. Frank Spagna has a 210 average in the league that he bowls in here at Cherry Laurel Lanes. He's had 1 career 300 game and a 762 high series, and bowling that perfect game is what he considers to be his biggest bowling achievement.
Great shot.
Looking like he may be
There's his
messing
family.
with, maybe flirting with another one. Yeah, there's the Spagna cheering section, fired up and excited.
I know he's got 3 because he's missed some bowling. Said he's having a baby. I'm like, no, all 3 babies have been born, I think, while I've been working here.
Of course, this is the debut for both of these guys on our show.
What a great shot.
Yeah, doesn't mean they couldn't have qualified outside of that league bowling for any of our shows, but this is the first time we've had the guys on the show, and the Spagna family got to be liking what they're seeing. Front 4 strikes for Frank.
Yep. I know his teammates are here, too. I think they're kind of ducking in the back a little bit, but his teammates on Wednesdays are here to cheer him on as well.
So one of the highlights that Nick pointed out to us was, as a part of that St. Joe's Collegiate Institute varsity team with Frank Spagna, they won a big tournament, the first tournament that had ever been won by the St. Joe's bowling team, and those 2 guys were a part of it, and that is still one of the fond memories that they have.
And I did not know that. I didn't even know they knew each other until today.
Yep. High school bowling teammates.
Great shot. And Nick came in on a Tuesday and gave me a shirt and said, "Can you give this to Frank tomorrow?" And I never even looked at it. I just gave it to him the next day and never put it together.
When they found out that they both made the show and that they would be bowling with each other, I think they wanted to play off that whole teammate thing and pump up their alma mater. So they both made it a point to go out and get or find or dig up or whatever they needed to do is the bowling shirts from the team that they were a part of.
That's great.
And that's the first shot from Nick Fusco that didn't kind of have that oomph to get it to the pocket.
Oh, I think he got that in a little bit. A little high.
So spare work for Nick Fusco in the 5th frame. Good spare pickup for Nick.
I think Nick might be a little bit more used to. He bowls on this end of the house. He bowls. His league is 1 through 8, so it's not that he's not used to this side of the house. But I think there might be a little bit more oil in the middle of the lane because he's going really up and at the pocket, where Frank is opening up just a hair, and he's really got the perfect ball reaction right now.
Oh, that pin just spun its way around the 7.
Got that a little right, but came back nice for him. Came back, it could have fell.
Watch how close it comes to taking out the 7. And it doesn't matter because it's a spare for Frank Spagna. So good start for Frank with the first 4 strikes and a spare. Nick Fusco 3 strikes and 2 spares. So we got ourselves a good tight match here.
Yeah, I mean, what more could you ask for? Who would know that these were our league bowlers? You know, they're doing a great job. But
Well,
it's nice to know they bowled for high school bowling. I didn't know that about them.
So tell everybody a little bit about the leagues that you have here and how important those leagues are to any bowling center to have that core group of. I'll tell you what. We'll take a break first, and then I'll let Sue talk about the importance of the leagues. We'll take our first time out here. It's our first match at Cherry Laurel Lanes, Amherst, New York. Back with more Beat the Champ next.
I like Storm bowling.
I love Storm for so many reasons.
What I love about Storm the most has got to be the people we have.
I win with them more.
The people at Storm really care about the sport, and they truly are the bowlers company.
I get to live out my dream and bowl on tour, and that's all because of one company.
The willingness and the strive for excellence in winning. It's all about winning.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
Sixth frame now for Nick Fusco. You talked about, I think, in relation to Frank and his family and his kids. How about Nick's little story of the only career 300 he bowled was the night before his daughter was born? Like, how cool is that as a memory and a connection? What, should he have named the baby after that somehow? Like, I don't know.
Oh, if it was here, he should have named her Cherry.
Perfecto. Does Perfecto work as a middle name?
What's more surprising that his wife let him bowl the night before.
I was going to say, you're right about that. Nick, what were you doing?
If it weren't for such an understanding wife, he'd never have a 300.
Yeah, no kidding. Nick has that 1-300 and a high 804 series in his bowling career. And it's a spare in the sixth frame for Nick Fusco. Employed at the University at Buffalo School of Pharmacy, part of the faculty there.
Another thing I didn't know.
There you go, see? Maybe you should have all your league bowlers fill out these bio sheets, right? You know, but you might have to change one of these lines to favorite drink, right? Although you pretty much know those already, don't you?
That was the easy part.
Yeah. Seventh frame. And he'll have to pick up that 3-pin.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of a spot. We've talked about that left lane every week, about that hook spot, and it looks like there's a spot that picks up and you have to get around it. If you get in it, it's going to grab your ball and it's going to go high.
All right, trying to grab the spare here in the seventh. Well done. Seventh frame now for Frank Spagna. Yeah, boy, he is locked in. That's a double for him. So I do want you to follow up on what I asked you about before. Is just talk about the leagues that you have here at Cherry Laurel Lanes and just how important those league bowlers are to you as a proprietor.
Well, obviously, it keeps us going, right? Our leagues keep us going. We're lucky enough to be full every day of the week, which I so appreciate. But for me, because I spend so much time here, that these people are become your friends, and I don't feel like I'm missing anything because I have these wonderful people around me. Every night of the week has its own personality, and I feel so fortunate to be in this business and be in a business where people are here to have fun as opposed to having to do something where, it's a struggle. Our bowlers don't complain. They don't complain about the shots. They don't complain about the service. I mean, we try to do the best job that we can, but we really have people that are coming here and have a good time, and that's what bowling is all about. It's having a good time. It's a night out. Just enjoy yourself. And I think we're very fortunate here. We have great, great bowlers.
Wait, you have bowlers that don't complain? How'd you figure out that?
I'll tell you what, I have never, and I've worked in a lot of bowling centers, I have never been in a place where the bowlers have been so easy. Oh, we made an adjustment and it didn't work.
Never hooked for Nick, so.
And these lanes are a little bit different, and I think that's hard. That's hard to get used to. I mean, an experienced bowler can tell when the lanes, are really playing differently. But if you don't bowl a lot, that's a little bit harder to determine, and you don't know whether it's you or whether it's the lane. And oftentimes the lanes are just different.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that we see in these fourth shows, which are league bowlers, is sometimes those little adjustments don't come as easy for the guys in the first 3 weeks who bowling is a little more of their life. Hey, he made a nice little run at it, didn't he?
And it's hard to think. I mean, you've got 10 frames, and it's you don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to get in trouble, and I've felt it. You can feel a little bit of panic, not wanting to make a big adjustment, knowing you need to do something. It's not fun.
Well, just let me say it was wonderful what you said about the league bowlers and the relationships that you have built with them and how much they mean to you and how much you mean to them. It's pretty cool, right? It's a business, but it sounds to me like it's become more than that, and that's fantastic.
Well, I'm lucky because I don't have to run this place like like a franchise or a corporation. I'm only answering to myself and my partner, and we agree that it's not about the pennies, right? If somebody wants a bottle of something that they like, I just get a bottle of what they like and sell it for them. I mean, everybody knows to come to me, and we will do everything we can to accommodate them. And it's very personal touch here, I will say that. And we're very lucky to be able to do that.
Well, and I know for someone like you that has spent your entire life in this sport as both a competitor and working on the bowling operation side, for you to have your own place, it really means a lot to you.
It is. It was always a dream, and, I do see this sport or game, whichever way you want to look at it, from both sides. I see it as a sport. I see it as a game. And so if we want to talk about being better, I'll help you be better. If you want me to get you a special bottle of something you like, then we'll do that. I mean, it's like whatever suits you. I mean, we try to be as accommodating as possible.
Well, that's awesome. And again, and I know, as a proprietor and involved in the entire region's collection, the Proprietors Association, that have helped make this show as good and as possible as it is as well, too. Both in your role that you sit in now and as the overseeing role as well. Frank Spagna is going to be our winner. He is the league bowler that will advance on to match number 2. We'll have you ready for that one when we return. Off the impressive 256-200 win, Frank Spagna will move on to match number 2 to face that gentleman, Connor LaJoy, who has put up some impressive numbers in qualifying and has bowled well here before, and will look to be the guy who takes his shot at our returning champion, Pat Brick. 29 years old, from Hamburg, New York, Connor LaJoy. Big backswing, big power, big pin action, big results.
Yep, that's a power player right there.
Yep. Well, it's funny, Frank Spagna with a 256, and when we got started here, we sort of wondered maybe the scores will be a little lower here at Cherry Laurel Lanes because of the challenge of the wood lanes and the conditions. And I think we've had like more 240s and 250s and 260s than we've had at any other place.
Score's been good. Can't
Did you
complain.
sprinkle the magic high-scoring dust there this morning before we all got here?
I did not. These guys did it all themselves. Again, I find wood lanes very, very playable. It's just right ball in your hand.
Just different. Playable,
Yep.
but different.
Different, and the breakdown is a little different.
Yeah, that was really impressive. Frank Spagna was locked in, strikes on the first 4 frames, and then 5 strikes on the backside. So he really put on quite a show.
Mm-hmm. And this ball here,
continues
if you were to ask me, I'd say that he got that in, and it just sat there. So you want to talk about having the right ball in your hand? It's giving him a little bit of room, which is nice.
So Connor LaJoy has a current 240 average in league bowling, and in the qualifying for the show, he bowled the 300 game.
See, that's just the thing with opening it up the way he does. Yes, he's a power player. Yes, he gets a lot of revs on the ball. Yes, he covers a lot of boards. But if you throw it all the way out there to the gutter, it's got a long way back. That could have easily been a 2-8-10. He broke it up, left an easy spare, but
Thought we were gonna need a new camera there for a second. And then beyond the 300 that Connor bowled in qualifying, he has obviously bowled here at Cherry Laurel Lanes. He holds the house record of an 826 series.
he did. That's since I've been here,
right,
since
we've
we've
been
purchased
Cherry
it.
Laurel Lanes.
I really don't know what the record was before that, but he shot 826 here. So I think he likes it.
Yeah, no kidding. All you got to do is learn his drink order, and you'll really convince him to be a regular
Mick Ultra.
here. Oh, well, see, there you go. Well, based on that and based on his success here, I can't imagine that he's not going to be a regular here moving forward. So strike spare in the first 2 frames for Connor LaJoy. And yes, you may notice the nickname on the back of the bowling shirt there, Frenchie. I asked him about it. He said it's a childhood nickname given to him by a family friend. Kind of took off, and he said that's what everybody calls him.
And you had asked me, and I said LaJoy because it just sounds French when I originally spelled it.
And I'm sure that was the origin of it as well, too.
When I thought it was spelled Joie, which it's a little more Americanized than that.
Yeah. LaJoy? Would that be LaJoy?
I think we should call him that instead.
Frenchie LaJoy? Well, yeah, so, we've got LaJoy. We've got a guy whose name is spelled Spagna but is pronounced Spagna.
Yeah,
so
that's the Polish way.
Yeah, so we're really testing the pronunciation skills here a little bit.
I did not think this shot was this bad. And it was just a little high. That is a little bit soft.
Yeah, that's so Frank's looking down the lanes going, what do I do with a 4, 6, 7, 10? Maybe cover your eye like the Marauder logo on his shirt. And maybe they'll look like they're closer together that way. All right, what's the strategy on this one?
Punt.
Your silence tells me everything I need to know.
They were spaced a little bit. He went the right way because those pins were actually separated a hair. So if you got it, if you got the 7-pin solid and just nicked the 4-pin, it could have gone over, slid over.
All right, well, it did not, so it's an open frame in the 3rd for Frank Spagna. Let's see how he lines up here.
A little bit more in the middle, just a little bit left of center, because he's down and in. We didn't see a lot of second arrow today. Julie was second arrow. You know, most everybody was inside of that, but with a lower performance ball, you can get away with it.
Service advisor is the occupation for Connor LaJoy, graduate of Cheektowaga Central High School. He's got 34 career 300 games and a high 853 series. And has won a previous singles championship here in the Buffalo area back when he was a little younger. See that big high backswing. Boy, if he gets that backswing working and he gets the ball in the right spot, those pins have no chance.
Yeah, high backswing. And look, he opens it up, and he's going into a slide right here, and pop. He is generating a lot of power with his legs and his backswing.
Yeah, he may be generating the most power of anybody we've seen over the last month.
Now we'll look at this in comparison to Frank too. Just standing left. Big pop at the bottom.
And he just needed that rolling pin to take out the 10, and it just missed.
Threw a couple pins at it, but yeah, it slid in front of it.
Yeah, look at that 4-pin. Collides off one side, rolls to the other.
I think the pin in the gutter actually stopped it.
Because it might have spun back towards the corner. Should we tell Connor that when it's only one pin, he doesn't need to break it in half like that?
Oh, I'm going to give him a bill after for that pin.
That's right. We're going to need new pins after Connor's done with it.
All right, Frank's got a chance here to take the lead back.
So 5th frame now for Frank Spagna. And what is turning out to be a pretty tight match. Winner of this goes up against Pat Brick, our returning champion from a week ago and one of the all-time great bowlers in Buffalo.
It's a really good shot.
And a good spare pickup for Frank. You know, again, both of these guys are league bowlers, and they come from the league bowling qualification. Not that both of them aren't really good bowlers, but the way our show is set up, okay, you're the league bowler, and then you win, and you get to go to the championship match. And oh, by the way, here's Pat Brick, the guy you have to face. It's hey, you're a good. You strike out a lot of people in your softball league. Why don't you go see if you can't strike out Aaron Judge now, right?
Well, they might not know. I mean, the one thing about these guys is they don't go bowl tournaments. You know, they just bowl here. And, you know, if you don't go bowl tournaments, do you really know? So
right.
Possibly not intimidated?
I mean, again, I would, you know, again, if you're even a little bit in the bowling community in this town, you'll know the name Pat Brick, so... Oh, a little skirting of the edge there, but a good spare pickup for Frank Spagna. We'll continue our match here. It's Beat the Champ. More right after this.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
fun with family and friends,
great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are the Bowling Proprietors.
of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
12X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
Sixth frame now for Connor LaJoy. First appearance here on our Beat the Champ show. But I suspect maybe not our last. He's already a regular on the travel leagues, which means you want to test yourself a little bit outside of your own home center. And then the next step for those guys who start to have success at the travel level is, okay, I can bowl some tournaments and maybe I can make this show.
Well, if you're bowling travel league, you definitely are comfortable and want to test yourself on, other conditions in other bowling centers, and probably have a lot of equipment because you're going all over the place. So you're definitely equipped to come bowl on whatever is out there.
And I think we've already seen just through 6 frames that Connor LaJoy is a guy that can bring it. And he'll have a little work to do here for a 7th frame spare.
The inability for anybody to double here, though, is really keeping the match close.
Yeah, we other than the double in the first 2 for Frank Spagna, that's it.
Right.
And it is. So Frank Spagna, the 39-year-old from Buffalo, eyes the 7th frame. Good strike. Now can he do it again?
Yep, this is what he needs. He needs a double. Great adjustment, though. Great adjustment. Subtle, but a little higher flush. Got that 10 out.
What a contrast in styles between these two guys.
Very much so. But
which
equal
just
in
tells
carry.
you that there are many ways to skin the cat here in this sport.
Oh, what a nice shot that was.
And the bump sends it over for another strike. There's the double that Frank Spagna needed.
And, this has been the challenging lane, and Frank's really been able to overcome it. Just a hair high, but definitely worthy of the trip 4.
Yeah, look at that bump of the 4.
Yeah, he took the lead with that shot.
So now to the 8th frame for Connor LaJoy, who has yet to put 2 together. Well, he says maybe now's the time. Well, the shirt says be fearless. It would be the time for him to be completely
figure out this
fearless.
left lane, yeah.
Yep. Particularly on the left lane. The left lane is to be feared, as we have learned over the last month.
I mean, in actuality, he gets to finish on his good lane, and I don't know if that's by design, but this has been the lane he's struggled with a little bit, and this is his last time on it.
And that hook prevents more than leaving those 3 pins.
Yep, he's definitely had a little bit of trouble figuring this lane out.
Yeah, it
It's
almost sense
touchy
he
for
didn't
him.
like it from the
Yeah.
beginning.
Sensitive. And not an easy spare.
3-6-10. Got him.
He went the safe route. Treated it like a clothesline.
So you just want to hit that 3 just to the left
You really
side
want to
of
hit the
3?
3-6.
You want to hit that between the two of them.
Yeah, but if you're going to hit it, go on the outside, like he's got the ball speed to go on the outside and knock it down like a clothesline, but you don't want to risk chopping it. So normally, you go with 3-6.
All right, so now Frank Spagna on the double for the 9th frame.
Big shot here.
And make it a 3-bagger.
Give this young man credit getting up and throwing these shots.
Yeah, it's been impressive to watch Frank. Just been really consistent and just a guy who feels comfortable where he is, as he should be, right?
I know, you don't see nerves there.
Doesn't seem nervous at all. So here's the 10th frame.
Lets the air out,
Frank
took a deep
Spagna,
breath.
Yep, he can put it away here. That's how you start. That's 4 in a row.
He knows he got that one a little bit right. He's really relieved that came back.
Nothing better than the reaction shots. Nothing better. Particularly the ones where the shots don't come off great, but the results are what you wanted anyway. The reactions are always great. Oh, and another big one for 5 in a row.
Frank is our winner.
Yes, Frank Spagna, an impressive performance. That's 2 in a row for him, and now he gets his shot at Pat Brick and his shot at a championship. Man, he'll never have to buy another drink here at Cherry Laurel Lanes if he can pull this one off.
Hey.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't want to cut into your profit margin there. I didn't say by you. I said everybody else here, right? He'll be the king of Cherry Laurel Lanes. A 229 gets Frank Spagna off to our championship match. It's coming up next. It's BTC at the CLL. You're watching Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart on YouTube.
Like and subscribe to our channel now. Don't miss any of the action.
It's our championship match. It's Frank Spagna and Pat Brick to see who's going to wind up being our final champion here at Cherry Laurel Lanes, and then move on to next month's shows at the Town Edge Bowling Center. And hey, you know what? Frank Spagna has bowled really well, 256 and 229 to get here. He's also going against one of Buffalo's best, so it would be a little bit of an upset, but it would be fun to see. And Frank's bowled well enough to make you think that it's possible.
Yeah, this is you don't want to start off with an open, though, against Pat.
No.
And this is a little slow. Got this one a little bit right into the dry on the touchy lane. And Pat knew what he was doing when he was picking lanes. That's the advantage of being the high qualifier, is paying attention.
Yeah, so it is an open to start off with for Frank Spagna. And here we get our first look at Pat Brick, who comes off the win last week. And this is, he bowled 2 matches in last week's show, 250 and 268. I would say Pat Brick was pretty well locked in last week. It is his 4th appearance here on Beat the Champ. And didn't you love the fact that when we talked to him at the end of the match afterwards, he was like, I wanted to win. Like, I haven't won on this show. I needed to win on this show. And he's won everything. He's won everything that anybody ever could think of to try to win in Buffalo. And I think that's just something a little bit about this show that we've got going, that a guy like Pat Brick says, yeah, I need to win on this show.
I mean, yeah, I was I got that feeling from that conversation as well, that he was really relieved to get that win.
Well, hey, a little, some of it is ego, and when you're one of the best in Buffalo, and there's a Buffalo competition that you haven't won yet, that probably eats at him a little bit. 58 years old from Tonawanda, a Buffalo Bowling Hall of Famer is Pat Brick. I think that's been the fun thing about this show, is particularly for some of the Buffalo area bowlers, and the prominence that they feel and the reality of this being a very good bowling town is these guys want to be on this show and they want to win on this show. Because if you say you're good in Buffalo, you better be on Buffalo's bowling show.
I mean, yeah, the show has a great reputation in this area. And I'm absolutely positive that winning means a lot.
And I think the fun thing about it, as we have seen with some bowlers like Sam DeWitt, it's starting to get a reputation outside of Buffalo, that guys like Sam from Pittsburgh and the Rochester guys and the Erie guys and the Canadian guys want to be a part of this show as well, too.
I mean, it's true. We're really seeing a lot of play from other areas, a lot of people coming on and make the show.
And again, if you're watching this show and you feel like, hey, I'm good enough, I should be on this show, doors are open for you to qualify and be on our next show or any of our ensuing shows here in season number 2. We'll be in Rochester at one point. We're certainly in the Buffalo area. We'll be in Newark, New York at one point. So the show moves around, which means we could be getting closer to where you are and make it even easier for you to qualify for the show. So after the open in the first, Frank Spagna goes spare strike to get himself back in rhythm here. And Pat Brick now, after strike spare, let's see what he can come up with. And again, if you just want to know why we talk in such reverency about Pat Brick, just watch him and just watch how he approaches the game and the consistency and the form and all of that added up together.
Well, I don't think we've really seen him miss the pocket. He's left some corner pins.
Our host center for Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart, is Cherry Laurel Lanes, and you can find them online at cherrylaurellanes.com. They're just one of our many great host centers, and if you want details on how you can be a part of Beat the Champ, just stop in at any of our host centers and ask them, hey, how can I be on the show? And we might be seeing you here on the lanes, and maybe you're the next guy to try to beat a Buffalo Bowling Hall of Famer. Next month, we move on to the Town Edge Bowling Center on the West Seneca, Buffalo, New York line. We have been there before. It is a fun, classically little shot and beer and bowl kind of place, but it is awesome, and the bowling is great there, and we'll spend a month there starting with next week's show.
This was a little surprise here from Pat. He got that one really inside his target, and it took off on him, leaving a difficult split. This is going to even this match right up.
Just when you said he never misses the pocket.
I know. Announcer's jinx.
Yep.
Can he slide it over? Nice try.
All right, so that's an open in the fourth for Pat Brick.
Well, my feeling is Frank's going to get one opportunity, and that was it. And he's going to have to jump on it.
Yep, so he's working the strike. Certainly getting a double here is what he must have. If you want to beat Pat Brick, he doesn't open the door very often, right?
Exactly.
He did. So let's see if Frank can jump right through it. Yeah, just kind of lost it a little bit at the end there.
He got that in as well. And this is where I think it was set a little short, and ball's going to take off on you. And really, how could you not be a little bit tentative, knowing that was like a must strike to really put some pressure on?
Yeah, and again, and you know, a guy like Frank, who is a league bowler, isn't necessarily as used to those situations as some of the tournament bowlers that we have here. And you know, maybe he understood, oh man, this is my chance here, but that's not, you know, maybe not something that he's always focused on when he's hanging out here at the Wednesday night Cherry Laurel Lanes League. And he misses the pocket there and leaves himself another difficult second shot.
I think these lanes are changing up just a little bit on him.
He was so consistent through those first two. He bowled a 256, as you saw at the beginning of the show in the first match over Nick Fusco.
This is makeable.
So that's back-to-back open. So, again, here you go. You got Pat Brick to give you an open. He opened the door. You not only didn't jump through it, but now you have held the door open for Pat to say, here you go, Mr. Hall of Famer. Take advantage of me now. And we'll see. I suspect Pat will do that here. But you never know. Yep, leave the door open enough for all 10 pins to go marching through.
Yeah, there's a lot of experience right there.
That's the moment, right? Like that's the moment of someone who competes at an unbelievably high level versus a guy that just bowls.
Right. Well, when we did the final interview with him, and you know, I know Pat, and I know he wants the ball in his hand to make a shot, and you know, he was nodding his head yes because I already knew the answer to it. I mean, this is the situation that he thrives on. Give him that opportunity to make that shot, and he will make it.
And there you go. That's 2 in a row now as Pat Brick takes control of this championship match. Come on back and find out. Will it be Brick 2 weeks in a row? More Beat the Champ next.
It's such a special community.
Storm is the bowlers company.
More knowledgeable.
The company really cares about bowling. The products are great.
And the bowling balls smell good.
X Tech Bowling Supplies is committed to continuing the decades-long tradition of excellence established by the DeSanto family. We are the ultimate destination for customer service, experience, and product variety. We offer an extensive inventory of balls, bags, shoes, and accessories. Our unique fitting and drilling process, combined with our in-house lane, ensures a perfect fit every time. With a range of repair and maintenance services, we can help keep your gear performing at its best. Consult our team today at 1000 Highland Drive in the J. Scuddy South Plaza, conveniently located off of 390 in Henrietta.
Well, and no matter what kind of a bowler you are, Sue, league bowler, championship bowler, tournament bowler, here's a good lesson opportunity for Frank, right? You know, it's you got to shake off 2 open frames. You got to shake off the fact that you had a chance to build a lead on a great bowler. Not only did you not do it, but now he has taken control of the match. You know, here's your chance to sort of forget all that, right? You know, the great thing about sports is just forget what happened in the last game, play, shot, whatever it is. And again, things are just not going that way for Frank Spagna.
The lanes are starting to hook for him. And these adjustments are not something that comes to you that quickly. I mean, you don't want to make a drastic adjustment. So, again, I think there's the questions that go through your mind: is it me? Is it the lanes?
Not bad. Nice little run at it. Unfortunately, it's going to be the 3rd straight open frame. Well, after another open in the 6th frame, which is now 3 in a row, this is the 7th frame for Frank Spagna, and now he finds the groove back.
Yeah, he made a big move. He moved in quite a bit and got out of that area that he was in.
But on the other hand, it's Pat Brick on a double right now, already kind of taking control of the match, but a chance to really grab it and wrestle it to the ground right now.
Well, Frank's got 193 left on the board.
Wobble from the 7, but not enough to go down. Over 80 career 300 games and a high 898 series in the incredible career, Hall of Fame career of Pat Brick.
Yep, he went into the Hall of Fame in 2016, so been there for 9 years.
Should have waited and put him in after he's achieved a whole bunch of other things in the last 10 years. No, of course, he had done enough to earn that back then, and he's still doing it now. And you know that open there will drive him crazy no matter what the results of this one are.
Well, he needs to come back and strike.
And there you go. For the second time after an open, he comes back with a strike.
So Frank's going to have to make a move here on the when he gets up. That was just perfect.
Just about as pretty as it gets.
Yep. So he's gone high in this lane twice. So he's going to need a move. So he made the move, and he got into an area where there was a lot of oil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little frustration I think you can see on Frank's face there. Kind of wondering what's not working right now. Oh, that's nicely done. Rescues the spare in the 8th frame.
Little lesson in spare making. So he left that before, and he hooked by it. So he knew what kind of adjustment he had to make to hit it.
9th frame now for Frank. Good
Very
strike
nice.
right there.
He's figured that lane out. But unfortunately, he's done on that lane.
So now Pat Brick to the 9th frame, working on a strike and an opportunity to put this one away. And join the club of bowlers that have won 2 weeks in a row here on Beat the Champ. In case you're wondering, in our second season here, the current streak holder is Sam DeWitt III, and I mentioned him earlier. He won 6 weeks in a row, extending from season 1 into season 2. Then it's been Derek Green, early season 1, won 5 weeks in a row, and other than that, it's a whole cluster of guys that have won 3 weeks and 2 weeks. And Pat Brick's going to have a chance to move up that list. Spare in the 9th for Pat Brick. So a mark here in the 10th frame will be enough to send Pat Brick off to the Town Edge Bowling Center as our 2-time champion.
This was an interesting match because nobody really lit it up. Wow, that was huge.
Yeah.
That was huge. That was huge.
To go from having to go from a really hard spare to a really easier spare.
Well, that went from an almost impossible spare because that's hard to slide that pin over.
Oh, just the tap of
And
the
that
7.
would have given Frank an opportunity to win this match if that pin would have stood. And now we've got an easy spare left.
Just as simple as that, right?
Yep. That was a huge love tap right there.
And there you go. The Beat the Champ victory wall being built brick by brick. As Pat Brick comes up with the win. He doesn't seem all that happy about it, but it's a victory for Pat, and we're going to get to see another week out of him starting next week. So Pat Brick posts up the 181. Not his best score, but enough for victory. And if Pat was really excited to stand next to us at the end of the show last week, he'll be even more excited to be there again. And make sure you tell Frank Spagna when he shows up for your next league what a great job he did and how much fun it was to watch him.
He did.
We will wrap up our final week here at Cherry Laurel Lanes when we return on Beat the Champ.
Presented by BowlersMart.
Plenty of options.
Chamois, jerseys, balls bags, and shoes. The highest quality products you'll find on the market, and here at BowlersMart, we make sure to find the correct access point of any bowler to maximize their benefits from our products and ensure a great experience. Stop by today and let us help you, because at BowlersMart, every bowler matters.
The Western New York area has long been considered one of the best anywhere for the sport of bowling.
And no matter where you live, we have lanes nearby.
For top competition,
Fun with family and friends.
great food and drink, or just a night out, we got you.
We are the Bowling Proprietors
Of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today.
Beat the Champ is sponsored by Storm, the Bowlers Company. By BowlersMart, trusted by bowlers around the world since 2004. And by the Bowling Proprietors Association of Western New York. Stop in and enjoy our sport today. Well, it is the ups and downs of bowling that last week when you stood here, Pat Brick, you were off a 268. Here you're standing here off a 181 and going, man, I almost wasn't standing here. What was that one like?
That's very true. I got lucky. The one in the 10th frame where I left a 7-9 and the 7-pin fell late. I thought it was a good shot, and obviously it wasn't. And luckily enough for me, he struggled a little bit earlier in the game, or else he would have run away with it. So sometimes you get lucky in this sport. It's just the way it is. He bowled a good game. He really did.
Lessons in bowling, not to beleaguer urethane, but you mentioned earlier that sometimes you stay with the urethane a little bit too long. Do you think that was one of those cases?
That could have been. I mean, I'm the only one, obviously I'm the only one on the left, so maybe that's what happens. You get those half 7 pins, 7 9s and stuff like that, and I usually try and make some little minor adjustments, move a little further left and get it up the lane a little more. I don't really think I did that as well as I should have, but it just happened to work out in my favor.
Yeah. Last week you said it was a relief to you to finally have won on this show and to be here. Why is it important to you? You've won everything there's ever been invented in bowling in Buffalo. What does this show mean to you?
It means everything. Just winning anything and everything. I just want to win. I'm extremely competitive. It's in my family. My daughter's the same way. My wife is the same way. It's in our blood. And whether we're bowling for $200 or $20,000, I just want to win.
All right, we're going to go race in the parking lot after we're done and see how he does at that. We're going to see all of you next week at the Town Edge Bowling Center. It is Storm Beat the Champ, presented by BowlersMart.